nearly 4 in 10 adults have reported one form of anxiety or depression, symptoms of one form of anxiety or depression. I came across this statistic the other day and it struck me. And it's not strange to see, facts like this, because we live in times that by virtue of all that is happening in the world today, people tend to worry a lot and, get beat by the anxiety bug. Now, I decided to just take some time to talk to you. Really talk to you about this issue of anxiety and worry. Where does it stem from? And how can we live above anxiety and worry? Because it is something that commonly plagues many of us out there today. And as believers, the Bible tells us to be anxious for nothing. In other words, to worry about nothing. Now, how do we live above worry and anxiety? I am going to start. I'm breaking this video into installments, and each brief installment just identifies one of the aspects of this general broad subject of worry and anxiety and deals with it, and then we move over to the next. I want to begin by identifying, those avenues through which anxiety and worry seeps into our lives in our everyday, experience and work. And to start with, I'd like to talk about the future. Yes, the future. You see, our actions lie largely within our control, but everything else lies outside of our control. Now, it is wisdom to know what we have control over and the things that we do not have control over. Most of the times in life, when we become preoccupied with the things we do not have control over, we open up the doors for anxiety to come into our lives, and we also open up ourselves to a lot of disappointments. As such, it is imperative to expend energy and attention on the things that we have control over, not the things that we have little or no control over. Now, the philosopher Seneca pointed out that most of human suffering often stems from our imagination rather than reality. In other words, most of our suffering arises from our thoughts, our thinking. Now, when it comes to the future, we generally tend to have all these very, varying possibilities of events that could happen in the future. So many different possibilities of how things could turn out in the future play in our minds and in our thoughts. And often, many of these possibilities playing in our minds are not very positive until we begin to worry and to fret over these things. We worry about how tomorrow might turn out, what might happen in the future, how events might unfold, whether or not we are prepared for those events. And this becomes a door through which worry and anxiety begins to come into our lives. And it is not wise at all. As such, we see that what we actually are afraid of is not the future per se, but our thoughts about that future. When our thoughts about the future become uncertain and fearful, filled with dread, somehow it afflicts us with anxiety and worry here in the present. Take for instance, a man or a woman who becomes so worried about their retirement. What's going to happen to me when I retire? Am I sufficiently prepared for retirement or not? But fails to take into the account that there is a real possibility that a terminal disease or one form of sickness might come today and make all those retirement worry child's play. We might often find young people preoccupied with the thought of, will I get a job, a well-paying job, when I graduate from school? This person still has a few years to graduate, but is already preoccupied with worry about the possibility of getting a job when they graduate. Why not expend that energy on giving the best to your studies today and ensure you come out equipped to face whatever challenges the world throws at you? We might find young people around the world today worrying. Could be a man, could be a lady. Will I get married? Will I find someone to marry me? What if I don't get married? Or what if I get married? Will my marriage be a happy one? These are things over which at the present time you have very little control. Why not use that time, that energy in the present to make yourself the best version of yourself you can be? A man that you will be proud of. A woman or a lady that you will be proud of. And if you have invested sufficiently and diligently into your own life and made yourself the best version of yourself you can be, you have done that which is within your power to do. And giving yourself the best chance you can of meeting somebody who would appreciate you and replicate that commitment that you have put in investing in your life to make yourself the person that you have become. And so we find that instead of expending so much energy, preoccupied with uncertainties about the future that begin to plague us with worry and depression today, it is wisdom to expend that time and that energy fighting today's battle. If the thoughts of tomorrow begin to drain our today of strength, how do we go out every day passionate, empowered, and energized to pursue life in a way that assures our tomorrow is secure? As such, it is wisdom to know that today is what we have. Our actions today lie within the realm of our control. And we must begin to invest the best into our lives today so as to ensure that we stand a better chance tomorrow. We must desist from allowing the thoughts of uncertainties about the future, the things that might go wrong, the things that might not work out well, drain ourselves, drain us of the strength that we need to excel and to make the best of today that we have. Jesus said in Matthew chapter 6, take no thought for tomorrow. Tomorrow will think about itself. When he says take no thought for tomorrow, he says to you and to me, do not become anxiously preoccupied with worrying over tomorrow. Because no matter how much you worry, no matter how much you become anxious about what tomorrow holds, it doesn't suddenly begin to change tomorrow. Your worry and your anxiety do not change those fears you have. It is the effort, the positive effort you put into today that ensures that tomorrow will be better for you. As such, get to work. Make the best of the day you have. And trust that the faithful God will take care of your tomorrow. God bless you. If this video has been a blessing to you, I want to encourage you to just take a moment, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are yet to, and, just hit the notification bell so you will never miss anytime a content drops. Share the video also so that this message can go out to as many as need it. We live in times where worry is so prevalent, many people need to hear this. God bless you. Stay strong. See you in the next video.